New Mexicans affected by radiation exposure are still waiting for the federal government to add them to a compensation bill. Reporter Alyssa Munoz has the status on that legislation.
Sasha, the Radiation Exposure Act is a bill that compensates thousands of Americans affected by nuclear testing. A new standalone bill would add New Mexicans to the list to receive those benefits.
We take care of the nuclear workers, we take care of some uranium miners, and we take care of some downwinders, but huge numbers of people have been left out, including the people of New Mexico.
Tina Cordova is the co-founder of the Tularosa Basin Downwinders Consortium. She's working to get New Mexicans included in the Radiation Exposure Act, an agreement that compensates people who are exposed to radiation from nuclear weapons testing and uranium mining. For New Mexicans, that comes from the Trinity testing site in 1945.
This happened quite a long time ago, but the multi-generational cancers continue, and there's so much fear.
This was a harm inflicted by the federal government, and it is the federal government's responsibility to fix it.
Representative Gabe Vasquez joining others to bring awareness.
And not only that, they have to pay the health care costs of that themselves for something that the government did without telling them.
The Senate approved this bill to add New Mexico to RECA, but now it's waiting to be introduced to the House floor for a vote.
What they continue to tell us all the time is that it's going to cost too much. And we know that that is an absolute untruth.
A chart made by both Cordova and Nuclear Watch New Mexico shows since the start of nuclear testing, the U.S. has spent about $10 trillion on nuclear weapons development and only about $2.6 billion to those affected by the testing.
You and I couldn't go about our lives recklessly harming people, and then when we're held to account, simply say, I don't want to put my resources towards that because it's going to cost too much. It's immoral and unethical.
The agreement is set to expire next month with 3 options around it. It can expire, it can be extended without including New Mexico, or the standalone bill can be approved. The director of First We Bomb New Mexico is giving Congress members a 72-hour opportunity to watch her film that shows how much of an impact the Trinity bombing had on New Mexican families. Reporting, I'm Alyssa Munoz, KWT Action 7 News.
Alyssa, thank you. Yvette Harrell, who is running against Gabe Vasquez in Congressional District 2, sent us a statement in part saying with RECA benefits set to expire in June, Congress must take action to ensure there is no disruption in these medical benefits. It's time for Congress to approve legislation so many New Mexicans desperately need and deserve. A simple reauthorization is not enough. Congress must act to expand benefits.